Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Purplatypus, the name. And today we're talking about Black Panther and a couple Black Panther decks. We're going to start with the Pool 1 version, and I'm going to kind of show you how I built it. And then I will give you a couple cards you can upgrade as you get further into Pool 2. But Black Panther is a new card just released today, a couple hours ago, actually. On reveal, double this card's power. So, very, very cool card. It doesn't look strong as a 5-cost, 4-power thing, but base level, as long as they don't have a Cosmo, right? This is a 5-power, 5-cost, 8-power thing, which still isn't crazy, but it's not that bad. Now, this is an ability that works really good with anything that will increase his power either on the field, like if you play him into a location that gives him +1 power, right? He'll double that. If you give something like a Forge, for example, in this first deck here, we have Forge, which the next card you play gets +2 power, instantly brings him up from an 8 to a 12, right? Because it brings him up from, his 4 power to 6 power, and then it makes him super big. And so this is the level 1, the Pool 1 version that I'm working with here. So we're basically trying to win 2 lanes, right? We're not really worried about 3 lanes. We're running Angela and Bishop to try to win a lane. Like a lot of times we can go Angela, into Bishop, into Nightcrawler, Korg, move Nightcrawler out, Electra, something like, keep it simple there. And then we're trying to win the other lane with basically Black Panther and then Odin, right? So Black Panther, double this card's power. Odin, activate the honor reveal ability. So even if you didn't do anything to this card, it would go from 4 to 8 up to 16 power just with this into Odin. And then with Odin there as well, that goes to 16 plus 8, that's 24 damage, or 24 power rather, just there. So that's very, very simple and pretty good to do. The only things here that are different that you might not necessarily be interested in running are, well, also, like, Forge is really good with Mr. Sinister. So you might use Forge on Black Panther, you might use it on Mr. Sinister. It's great with both of those cards. I just think it's like a perfect fit for the deck, and it's also pretty easy to run into the Angela lane. Especially if you like a good line of play is, right, you Angela to Bishop turn 3. Turn 4 could be something like Armor and Forge. So that way you have like a full lane, and then you want Forge to be the last card. That way on turn 5, it buffs Black Panther. So that could be a pretty good line of play. Armor is here to counter Shang-Chi's. If you're in Pool 1, you're not going to worry about Shang-Chi, but I am not in Pool 1. And so I like having Armor just in general. Plus, sometimes people are running Nova, Carnage, things like that. I'm not sure everything that's in Pool 1 off the top of my head, but Armor has been a pretty good tech card, and I have liked it. It's good at messing them up. America Chavez here is basically here so we draw the rest of these things a little bit more consistently, a little bit sooner. The only time it matters is if you get to turn 6 and you don't have Odin in your hand, then sometimes you'll draw this instead of the Odin. But, I mean, even then, you're probably still winning. White Tiger is there as like an alternate win condition. White Tiger Odin is a classic Pool 1 combo, can win you many, many games, especially if you have like an Angela lane, right? That's kind of full up. So you could put White Tiger into a lane, and then if you Odin it, both Tigers will go into one lane. So you're putting like 9 power in this lane, 14 power in that lane. It's a pretty good way to just secure a lot of power over many lanes. So this is going to be the Pool 1 version. I think if I was going to go into Pool 2, I think I would change a couple things here. There's a couple cards you definitely want to add. And I also am going to pull, I'm just going to run one game at the end of this. So I'm in a kind of a weird spot right now where, because I'm not in Pool 1, I'm facing Pool 3 decks. I can't really show what an average Pool 1 experience would look like, right? I can't, even though I'm a low rank because the season just reset, I immediately went up against Destroyer decks and all kinds of, Hella decks, and it just wasn't a fair fight trying to use only Pool 1 cards. So, this is something I can't really demonstrate with gameplay that much, but when you're facing other Pool 1 decks, this should be very, very potent still. But a couple of cards I'd want to add are just the Wakanda kind of package, right? There's a couple cards like Nakia. Give the 2 leftmost cards in your hand +2 power. So this is a card that's really good with Mr. Sinister. It's really good with Black Panther. So I would probably start removing things like, I don't know. I mean, it is a 3-drop. Like, you could probably remove Bishop. Bishop is not great in this deck. I do think he's pretty good, but I don't think he's great. You're not really trying to win with it. And honestly, I'm probably going to get rid of America Chavez. I just like her in the early game. But then we're probably going to run something a little bit lower to the ground too, like an Okoye. I think it's Okoye. Pick whatever variant you like. What she does is gives every card in your deck +1 power. So if you haven't drawn Black Panther yet, it's very good. If you do have Black Panther in your opening hand, it doesn't actually buff that, but still, it is good again with like the Mr. Sinister and whatnot. I even have a list here of all the pool 2 cards. That's when you'll start worrying about Shang-Chi. So I'm not gonna take out the things like the armor. Other things that you might want to consider here. Let's take a look at any other upgrades that could be good. I mean, these are the main 2, and then outside of that, I mean, like, it's good just to run Scorpion. I might run Scorpion, but not over Forge, Okoye, or Mr. Sinister, so, or even Armor, so I probably would skip him in this deck. Our top end doesn't get much better in Pool 2. It stays pretty much the same. I would easy change here. You go from Korg to Iceman. Iceman, I think, is just a better card. And anything else in tier 1 that is extra good, I would probably take out Electra, and I would put back in Korg. So there we go. That's you could do Iron Fist if you really want to go heavy on the Angela, because you could play anything in the Angela lane and then move it over. It could even be good for like White Tiger to like play White Tiger in the Angela lane, then it moves it out of the way. So I do think I think instead of Korg, I'm actually gonna go with Iron Fist here. I just like this combination a bit more overall, especially because then you can like Odin the Black Panther lane, and then maybe you can knock the Odin over if on turn 5 you, well, I guess that wouldn't work, whatever, just don't listen to me, just watch me and listen to me. But I like this a bit more. So these are kind of the upgrades I'd make. This is all if you're going, again, remember, this is a Black Panther deck. The whole point of the deck is to make Black Panther good. So even though it is like an Odin deck on the top end, you could I mean, you could run other things, but I think once you get to pool 3, you're probably going to switch out Odin and not be using him anymore. You'll probably use things like Wong, but you're not going to have him for who knows how long. So I'd probably run these 2. We are very heavy on the 2s, but they are all pretty darn good. And Okoye is going to ensure that, like, even though our curve is low, like, we'll be able to play a lot of these things for increased value, which is very good. And then we're getting a lot of value out of Mr. Sinister, a lot of out of Black Panther. So this is kind of what I would do. I'm going to show an example game right after this, and then I'm gonna show a little clip of just a really big Black Panther that I got with the pool 1 version of this deck, not even the pool 2, so it could be way bigger if I had the Nakia in the deck, but I didn't, so whatever. Anyway, much love. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the Marvel Snap content, leave a like. It does help. It helps me know that you're interested and that you want to see more. Anyway, this is one of the issues with playing a deck like trying to do a pool 1 deck is like I've only faced pool 3 decks so far, so it's not exactly even footing, right? But whatever, we're still gonna win. I guess I could not record games, but here we are gonna record. That is a very weird, there's no way that's like a good move, right? Unless you think I'm going to Electra you that turn. We got Black Panther. So I think we just play, maybe not Angela. Mr. Sinister is strong here, but I'd rather play like a Nightcrawler there before a Forge. We're going to play the Forge there probably. And we're going to play Black Panther here and win there. Playing this on I mean, shit. That's not that strong. That's the issue. Mr. Sinister, you're looking kind of awkward right now. But Mr. Sinister is going to be stronger here than anywhere else, for sure. And not forging Mr. Sinister also feels weird, but we're showing up Black Panther today. In pool 1. The better Devil Dino. Multiple man can't move, so that was kind of weird. We're not going to snap because I don't want them to forfeit. All right, here we go. Black Panther. The power. How big are you? Nakia, you're cheating. There we go, baby. 14 power, bro. Grow up. Chavez, you're looking kind of embarrassing right now. We definitely do this. And then we snap. Toss that over there. You're going to play Hemidil. But I don't think Hemidil... Oh, Doctor Strange, much weaker. Hemidil, would that have won it for him? I don't. Maybe. It's hard to say how strong Craven would have gotten. But either way, go Black Panther. 1 in a row, baby. Let's do it. I know this is not about winning. This is about making a big fucking number. Oh, baby. It's the dream. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, go again. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How does that make you feel, punk? Now imagine if we did that, but in Sinister London. There we go. So my current record for Black Panther is 520.